Jambo, welcome to another amazing episode of the Returnee series. Today we're going to be hosting someone who has chosen an East African nation again. Someone who's chosen Tanzania. I mean, there's a lot of people going to Tanzania. We need to know what's up, what's good in Tanzania that everybody is going there. So without further ado, let's just invite our guest. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to connect with you here. So we can start maybe by briefly introducing yourself and where you are from.
So I'm the Black Travelista and I'm from the UK.
Oh, you're from the UK. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you're from the US. I don't know why.
Oh, no, from the UK.
Okay, so tell us, where are you currently?
I'm in the beautiful Tanzania.
Why Tanzania?
Oh, why not Tanzania? It's it's paradise. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful place, beautiful country, beautiful people. So yeah.
Had you ever been to any other African nation apart from Tanzania?
Yeah, so I've been traveling back and forth to Africa since for the last 20 years. First time I went to Africa was in 2001, and that was to Gambia. And I traveled back and forth to Gambia about 5-6 times. And then I went on to Ghana, where that was meant to be my original place to live. And then I went to Kenya. I went to Kenya last year. And then now Tanzania. So yeah.
Okay, so how was the experience? I mean, 20 years ago, that was quite a long time. Were you born in the UK?
Yes, born in the UK, born and bred there.
Oh, okay. So when you went to the Gambia, that was 20 years ago. How was the experience, your first time on the continent?
It was, even like I went there with college when I first went there. We went on like a trip, and we're doing like media, because I studied media, like videography and radio production. So we went there to do like videos and documentaries and stuff, and it was amazing. Like stepping the first time my foot on the grounds of Africa was just an experience in itself. And we went on excursions. We went to where Kunta Kinte was from. It was amazing.
Oh, you've been on the continent quite a long time, or you've visited the continent for so long. In the past 20 years, what changes can you say like you've seen happen for all the times that you visited all these different places?
I think obviously social media and stuff wasn't really big back to like 20 years ago. So, a lot of the African countries were a lot, further back in regards to technology and stuff, as was the UK. And I think now that social media is here, the West has had a lot of influence on a lot of African countries, I find now, whereas before it was kind of more pure. And I find now that people have kind of, can see a lot of things happening in the West in social media. And I think that African countries are adapting to it as well, which is a good thing and a bad thing, to be honest.
How did you make the decision that Tanzania was the place you are going to move to?
So prior to the lockdown, I was going to go to Ghana, and I started studying the president a lot more, because obviously I want to be in a country that I'm safe. So I started doing a lot more studying on the president, and even when I was in Ghana, I started noticing certain things that I wasn't really, I didn't really like. And then I've done a lot of research into other countries in regards to where I could go to, and then obviously the lockdown, everything closed down. So I was due to go back to Ghana in March, and obviously we had the lockdown. And then from even following like yourself, the traveling sister, Dr. Mumbi and stuff, I started seeing things about Tanzania. And it's always been a place I wanted to go. Last year I went to Kenya and I wanted to come to Tanzania as well, but I just didn't get the chance to. So after doing all the research and stuff and find that the Tanzania's borders were open, I started digging a lot more deeper into it, and I found out about Magufuli, and I just love that president so much. I think he's the best. I think he's got his people's kind of best interests at heart. It's not about, you know, the money and stuff like that. He's actually a genuine person who cares about his country and his people.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I think feeling safe. I think feeling that there's someone who's in power who actually is genuine, who actually cares. It's not just about getting backhanders of money and, like, you know, throwing his people, you know, into, you know, things that are not good for them. So yeah, the president had a big impact on my choice.
Okay, before we proceed, I know a number of you have been enjoying, actually a lot of you have been enjoying the returnee series. And of course, I've been getting a lot of messages and emails about people who are interested in moving back to the motherland, but they don't have finances or they don't know how to go about it. Well, just go to www.creditbuildingmasterclass.com, get the book, get to learn on how you can build your credit to invest back home or even have finances to come back to Africa. How was the community reception in Tanzania, and have you experienced any challenges so far?
You know what, the community has been really, really good. A lot of people think I'm from Tanzania, like loads of people. So whenever I go places, it's they just think I'm from Tanzania until I open my mouth and I start speaking and they realise I'm British. But even then they'll be like, oh, so your family from here? Is this where your family are from? I'm like, well, not as far as I know. I haven't really done any kind of, you know, I don't know, DNA tests or stuff. But yeah, I think the people here are really welcoming. The only problem that I have is being from the Caribbean, being from the UK first, and being a diasporan, is that, you know, we have no kind of sense of belonging. In the UK, we get treated badly because we're Black British, and then in Africa, sometimes you come here and you don't even, people here try and like treat you the way that the British treat you, and that's like, you know, I go to the markets and as soon as they hear my voice, they want to charge me sky high prices, you know. So it's just things like that. As soon as they hear your voice, they think, oh, you've got money, and they want to try and rip you off. That's the only thing that really hurts me, because I think to myself, obviously, you are doing this because you don't see me as one of yours. And when I'm back in the UK, I get the same feeling. So I'm like, where do I belong? Like, you know, I've got no kind of sense of belonging. I feel sometimes like I don't belong anywhere because wherever I go, I'm always seen as a foreigner.
Oh, sorry about that. I think it happens in most places. As long as you are new in any country, not even just you, even me, if I went to a different African country, I would probably experience the same. The moment they notice I'm not from their country, chances are they'll charge high. That's because there's this notion that people have that maybe if someone is a tourist or if someone is able to travel, that person has a lot of money.
Yeah, it's sad really, because we should be trying to help each other and embrace each other. And, you know, I've had friends that have come to the UK and as soon as I notice that they're foreign, I'll be like, you know what, you know, make sure you do this. You know, if someone says that to you, make sure you do it this way. Don't let them rip you off. I'm trying to help them, to stop them from being kind of taken advantage of. But then, you know, it's the opposite when, you know, you travel out to some places. But I suppose, you know, I'm trying to learn Kiswahili. So hopefully once I learn Kiswahili, I can kind of blend in a bit more.
That's So does that make you feel like wanting to go back?
Oh, no. That doesn't make me feel like I want to go back. I think it's just about adjusting. I think that, you know, when I've gone place and try and speak, you know, I'll say like shilingapi and stuff. I see that they're kind of, you know, they can see that I'm trying. So I think once you see that, they can see that you're trying, they're kind of, you know, warm to you a bit more. So I think it's about, you know, trying to, you know, adjust. Because I think sometimes being British, we are a bit ignorant and think that everyone speaks English. And, you know, it's not, you know, we've got to sometimes try and adjust to where we are.
Oh, okay. And did you have to ship your items from the UK?
So, because I was planning to go back to Ghana, I shipped all my stuff to Ghana. They're in Ghana now. So I've got to ship them here. Yeah, all my stuff's in Ghana.
That's interesting. So you ship your items to Ghana, but now you want to ship them back to
Yeah,
Tanzania. Oh, wow. Wow.
yeah.
That's
I know,
what
but I've
was
made
the
up my
cost of
decision.
shipping from the UK? Is it expensive to ship items?
Not really. So I had two like really, really big boxes, like really big. I fitted so much stuff in it, and you can have it to any weight. And it cost me £140 for two large boxes, like really large boxes. So it wasn't that expensive, no.
Oh, okay. That's pretty affordable. And which city in Tanzania are you at the moment?
I'm in Dar es Salaam.
Have you explored
Yeah.
other parts of the country?
Not yet. I'm just trying, because I'm still living in the Airbnb. I'm trying to kind of sort myself out, get a permanent place to stay. And then I want to go to like Zanzibar, I want to go to Arusha, I want to do some safaris and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I haven't managed to yet. Just trying to get to know where I'm at the moment.
Okay. And did you get visa on arrival in Tanzania?
No, I got my visa prior to coming.
Oh, that's the requirement, or someone can still get on arrival.
You can get it on arrival. Most people get it on arrival, but I'm really like, I get scared of stuff like that just in case I get there and I can't, get it. So I just thought, just to be organised, get it all sorted beforehand because of what's been going on as well. I thought, it's best just to do things properly. But when I
Mm-hmm.
arrived, loads of people getting it on arrival. So yeah, it's possible.
Any immunization requirements?
No, I didn't get asked for any immunisations. I had yellow fever already, but they didn't ask for that. Didn't ask for anything. And my friends who are here, who came from the US, they didn't have to have no immunisations neither.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I want to understand a little bit about your traveling. So you traveled during this period of the lockdown, right? When there was lockdown
Yes.
in places across the world. How easy was it for you to get to Tanzania? Did they ask you for any COVID certificate and things like that?
No, it was really, really easy. So prior to leaving, I called up the High Commission in London, the Tanzania High Commission in London, and just found out if there's any requirements. They were like, no, there's nothing. So I went to the airport and it was fine. I went through really easily, no problems at all. I stopped off. I went from London Heathrow to Doha with Qatar, and then from there I came from Doha to Dar es Salaam, and it was fine.
Oh, so you didn't do any COVID test?
No COVID test. And even now I've checked it because my dad wants to come to Tanzania now. So I've checked it for him recently. This week I checked it and it's still no requirements coming from the
Wow.
UK. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because I know a lot of people want to travel, but I also know a number of people don't want to
Have the test.
do the COVID test. Even me, I don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, that's why I won't go to Ghana. That's why Ghana's off the record right now because I don't want to be tested.
Oh, is that the reason you shifted from going to Ghana to Tanzania because of the COVID
Yeah.
stuff? Or
Yeah. We've had the treatment of COVID. Yeah. I thought I didn't want to kind of, go and get tested before you go. Then you got to get tested when you get there. You got to get tested when you're coming back.
mm-hmm. So when you were shipping your items, like when did you ship your items, and at what point did you decide that no, I'm not going to Ghana, so I'm going to Tanzania?
So I shipped my items just before I left London. So that was I got here on the 30th. So I think it was on something like the week before, the 30th of August. So I think it was around the 20th of August. I shipped my stuff to Ghana, thinking I want to come here, stay here for a while. But then when I got here, I just knew that I wasn't going to leave. I thought, you know what? I like this place.
I know that's been an experience for a number of people that I've interacted with. They visit hoping that they're gonna spend some time in Tanzania and then fly to somewhere else, and then they get to Tanzania, they're like, I'm
Yeah.
staying.
I've met a lady that was staying in my apartment just when I arrived, and she was coming here first and going to Ghana. She's like, I'm not going to Ghana anymore. This is my new home. And then some others I met also, they were coming here, then going to Ghana after, and now they've said no, they're staying in Tanzania. Like everybody says the same thing. Yeah.
That's really awesome. That's really awesome. Maybe people need to check and find out why is this happening. Like a lot of people, I've interacted with a lot of people. They go to Tanzania and then stay. They stay.
Yeah,
They change. Especially for someone like you who had even already shipped their items. For you to change your mind and decide to stay in Tanzania, I mean, there has to be something. Because
yeah.
after all, it's okay for someone who had not shipped their items, or maybe they were traveling with just one bag, maybe it would have been easier for them to just stay. But for you now, you have to incur another expense of shipping them from Ghana to Tanzania. Wow.
I know, but even just down to the how cheap it is here and the foods that you can get here, everything is just so fresh because Tanzania don't really import a lot of foods in. They kind of, what you notice is when you buy stuff here, down to the teas, green tea, it's all made in Tanzania, which I like. In Ghana, they import a lot of stuff that could be made in the country, but what I've noticed here is that they make a lot of their foods here, and they don't really import a lot of food in like a lot of countries do.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's talk a little bit about finances. So, how much did you need before this making the move to the continent?
To be honest, I saved, I think it was about 10,000,
Pound.
but that was just based on going to Ghana because I was going to Ghana before. And when I went to Ghana the first time and I had to go back to the UK, I realised how expensive Ghana was and my money ran out really, really quickly. So when I went back to the UK last year, I thought I'm going to save. And you know what, like I would have liked to have saved more, but I just thought to myself, things are changing so quickly in the world. Look how quickly things change with coronavirus. Like within 3 months, within a month, the whole world just changed. So I thought to myself, do I stay here, try and save and then get stuck here, or do I just take the chance, go and just figure it out once I'm there? And I'm thinking, at the end of the day, I think the mind's a powerful thing. So I think that I know I won't ever starve. I know I'll be fine. So, obviously, I'll get around it. And I think a lot of people have to realise that a lot of people are saying, oh, I've got to save £50,000 before I leave. But in times now where there's time's running out, probably if it was 2 years ago, you can say, yeah, but now at this point, I think you have to just go with whatever you've got.
So basically, you mean that the cost of living in Tanzania is cheaper than compared to Ghana?
Oh, yeah, much cheaper, much cheaper.
Oh, okay. And now, do you have plans of maybe getting a job, starting a business? What's the plan? Because after all, 10,000 would be depleted at certain point. So what would you do?
So when I left Ghana last year, I thought I had to come back with some skills. So I've always been into fitness. I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist, and I'm also an interior designer by trade. So hopefully along the way, I can kind of, get into something, that kind of work. There's loads of gyms out here, more than I thought. There's loads of gyms. And, there's loads of like buildings being built and stuff. So if I get my name out there and let people know I'm an interior designer and show them some of my past work, then hopefully I can make money that way too.
Oh, okay. So you've been in Tanzania for more than 1 month. How can you say approximately you are spending per month?
Trying to think. I think you could easily. So I think here you can live on, if you're living in a, not going out too much and spending, I think you could easily live on about, about 100,000 shilling probably a week. But and that's like on shopping, buying all your shopping stuff, and that's 100,000 shilling is about, or probably even less than that. 100,000 shilling is about £40, so probably even less. Probably about, I'd say you can live on probably about 65, 70 shilling a week, and that's to buy all your food stuff and
That's less than $50 if converted, right?
Yeah. When you go to the supermarket and you spend, sometimes I go to the supermarket and I come out with a bag of stuff, and I'm like, when I go to Till, and she's like, oh, that was like 34 shillings. I'm like, gosh, I've got quite a bit for what I spent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And are you able to open a bank account in Tanzania?
Well, I haven't researched. I got my driver's license sorted out. So I've got my driver's license now. So what I'm going to try and find out is how to go about getting like a bank account. I don't know if you have to be a citizen or you have to be have to have a residence permit or anything, but I've still got to research that.
Oh, how easy is it to get a driving license?
So you have to just go to the I think I don't know, the licensing agency. You've got to just like take a test and stuff like that. And the good thing is they drive on the same side of the road as England. So it was easy for me. So you just do your biometrics and stuff like that, and then you get issued with it.
I think most East Africa, no, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will drive the same way as the UK. Then
Yeah,
I think Rwanda and Burundi drive like America.
America, yeah. Yeah, Ghana
Right.
does, yeah.
So could you advise someone to go to Tanzania seeking employment or maybe creating jobs?
I think if you're coming from the West, whether it's US, UK, I think that we should be coming back to Africa to create jobs and try to build the economy. So I think that what we need to do is bring our skills and create jobs.
Oh, okay. Have you spotted any opportunities existing that someone can invest in or?
I think that here is such a, it's such a big country. I think that what people should be looking into, I think in most of Africa is like stuff like agriculture, farming. There's so much land in Tanzania, what's like nothing's going on, like there's nothing built on it, it's just empty land. And land here is quite cheap. So even if you can't buy it because we're not citizens, you still can lease land off people and, do some sort of agriculture, farming and stuff like that. And even property. With so many people coming over at the moment, I think property would be a good thing to go into as well.
Okay. Well, now you've mentioned about land, and have you tried searching around for some land yourself?
Well, I've been told that that you can't own land in Tanzania as a citizen if you're not a citizen. So just like in Ghana, I think if someone who's foreign to the land can never actually own land. It's like you get like a 50-year lease or something on the land. So what I've found out so far is that you can't buy land. But if I could find somebody who has their own land and wouldn't mind leasing it to me, you can sign up a contract and lease land from people.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
look forward to maybe someday getting the Tanzanian citizenship?
Yeah, I definitely would like to get that citizenship. I don't mind giving up my British citizenship. They can have it. They can't have
Wow.
it.
The next question. That was my next question to ask. Do you know that actually, in order to get that citizenship, you'll have to give up your UK citizenship?
Yeah, I do. But
Oh, wow, that's interesting. So, if it was okay, let's say right now, if you are given that option, that you give up your UK citizenship right away and you're given the Tanzanian citizenship with the rights and freedoms of all the Tanzanians, would you do it?
yeah, straight away.
Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's quite interesting because I know a lot of people. It's kind of hard making that decision, but I know when someone is like, it's okay, they can stay with it. I know that's someone who's like they really want it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, why do you think it's important for Africa diaspora to visit the continent or even visit Tanzania?
I think that this is our roots, this is where we're from. And I think that, being brought up in the UK and a lot of people who have never travelled to the Africa won't, have been brainwashed to believe that Africa, there's nothing there, that the UK is the best place to be or the US is the best place to be. And then when you come to Africa, you see, the land, how rich the lands are, all the things that grow, fresh food, you're around your people. You're no longer the minority, you're the majority. Being in the UK and being the majority, it really messes with you. When we being the minority, it really messes with you because, you're looked at as, a minute amount of people and you can't be yourself. You're always kind of looking over your shoulder. But when you come to the motherland and you're walking amongst your own people, you blend in, and it's a different feeling to be in a country where you're the majority. It's empowering. So I think that everybody should come take a trip to the motherland. Forget about, all the rubbish to show us on the TVs about kids starving. No one starves in this country, in Africa. There's food by the abundance. We've got the sun. We've got everything here.
All right. Thank you so much for taking your time. The Black Travelista. What's your real name?
Naomi.
May?
Naomi.
Oh, Naomi. Naomi. Oh,
Naomi,
awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Naomi. I really appreciate it. Tell us briefly about your channel.
So my channel is just about my current experience traveling. So I first started it up when the lockdown began, because I felt that a lot of people were in a situation where they were just kind of lost, not knowing what to do. So I decided to share my journey in regards to why I believe that we need to go back to the motherland, and why I believe that the time is now due to what's happening in the world. And then obviously as I came to Tanzania, I just started to just share. I thought the best way of kind of convincing people is to show people. So I just decided to share my experience, and yeah, it's been going really well.
All right. I'll sure leave a link to your channel so that people can go ahead and follow on your journey and probably get to learn more about Tanzania through your lens.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right then. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you so much for watching this amazing episode of the Returnee series. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, so we can reach out to as many brothers and sisters out there who need more information about relocating or moving back home in the motherland. And like I said, for those ones who are looking at building their credit so that they can have finances to move back home, or even finances to invest back home, well, www.creditbuildingmasterclass.com is the place to go. And I'm going to leave a link to that in the comment section below. So until next time, kwaheri.
Come on. Bagari.